A newborn's skin barrier is not fully developed at birth. It takes months to mature. In that window, whatever you wash your baby with absorbs directly into skin that is thinner, more permeable, and more reactive than anything an adult product was designed for. 7 baby washes with ingredients researchers link to skin barrier damage. 3 that are actually gentle. No sponsorships. Let's get into it. Number 7. Johnson's Baby Head to Toe Wash. This is the product most parents picture when they imagine bathing a newborn. The yellow bottle, the gentle, tearless formula, the smell that has been in hospital delivery rooms for decades. Johnson's Head to Toe Wash is so deeply embedded in the idea of baby care that most parents never think to question it. The formula contains fragrance and sulfates. Both. The sulfates strip the natural oils that a newborn's skin barrier depends on. The fragrance adds an undisclosed chemical mixture on top of already compromised skin, applied daily in warm water that opens pores and increases absorption from the very first bath. I want to be transparent. Johnson's has reformulated versions of many products. Some regional variants of this wash have been updated, but fragrance remains in the standard formula sold across most of the United States market. For the most recognizable baby wash on earth, that is a meaningful gap between reputation and ingredient reality. And if the default choice surprises you, the next brand will too, because it built its entire identity around being the gentler alternative. Number 6. Baby Dove. Tip-to-toe wash regular scented versions. Dove's baby line markets itself on the concept of moisture. Their positioning is explicitly about being milder, more nourishing, and more skin-respecting than standard baby washes. The moisturizing messaging is central to everything they sell. The regular scented versions contain fragrance. In a wash product specifically marketed for its skin barrier-friendly credentials, fragrance is the ingredient most likely to undermine exactly that. Contact dermatitis research consistently implicates fragrance as a primary trigger in infant skin reactions. Dove knows this, which is why it sells a fragrance-free, sensitive version alongside the scented one. The pattern is the same one we saw in the lotion video. A fragrance-free option exists. The fragranced version is still on shelves, still marketed as gentle, and it still outsells the sensitive version because the packaging does not tell parents which one to avoid. Both of those brands are household names. The next one goes further. It carries active dermatological positioning. Number 5. Aveeno Baby Wash and Shampoo Scented Versions. Aveeno is the oat brand. Their entire platform is built on the soothing, skin-calming properties of colloidal oatmeal, and that positioning is clinically backed. Colloidal oatmeal genuinely does support the skin barrier. The problem is what sits alongside it in the scented formula. Some scented versions of Aveeno Baby Wash contain fragrance and SLS-type cleansers. The same brand that markets skin barrier support is using surfactants that researchers associate with skin barrier disruption in the same bottle. The oat benefits and the sulfate damage are happening simultaneously at every bath. For parents choosing Aveeno specifically because their baby has sensitive or eczema-prone skin, the skin type most likely to react to sulfates and fragrance, that contradiction is significant. I want to be transparent. Aveeno does offer fragrance-free and sulfate-free variants. If Aveeno is already part of your routine, check the specific version you are using. The fragrance-free, sulfate-free option delivers the oat benefits without the conflicting ingredients. Now here's where the trust gap deepens. The next 2 brands are not just positioned as gentle, they are positioned as clinical and medically credible. Number 4. Cetaphil Baby Wash and Shampoo Fragrance Variants. Everything said about Cetaphil in the lotion video applies here. The white clinical packaging, the dermatologist recommendation, the pharmacy placement that signals medical vetting. Parents reach for Cetaphil when they want the safe, doctor-approved choice. Certain variants of Cetaphil Baby Wash and Shampoo contain fragrance and synthetic detergents. This does not apply to the sensitive or fragrance-free version. Those are cleaner. The fragrance variants are sold alongside the clean version on the same shelf in nearly identical packaging with the same Cetaphil clinical authority on the front. This is the brand association problem in its most concentrated form. Cetaphil's clinical credibility was earned in adult dermatology. It transfers automatically to the baby line in most parents' minds without any evaluation of whether the specific baby product formula deserves that trust. It does not always. Read the variant you are buying. The word fragrance on a Cetaphil label should prompt the same scrutiny it would on any other brand. If clinical trust is the most dangerous assumption, the next one runs it close because it exploits something even more powerful. It exploits the assumption that natural means safe. Number 3, Burt's Bees Baby Bee Shampoo and Wash Fragrance Variants. Burt's Bees, the yellow packaging, the farmer's market aesthetic that signals purity, simplicity, and distance from synthetic chemicals. Parents who specifically want to avoid harsh ingredients choose Burt's Bees because the brand identity tells them they already have. Certain Burt's Bees baby wash variants contain essential oils and natural fragrances. Here's the specific problem with natural fragrance in a wash product for infants. Essential oils are potent. Lavender oil, chamomile oil, and calendula extract are biologically active compounds. On adult skin, they are generally well tolerated. On infant skin, which reacts differently and more intensely, essential oils are a documented cause of contact sensitization. Repeated exposure to a sensitizing ingredient in early life can establish an allergic response that persists. Natural fragrance is not a neutral ingredient. It is a collection of active plant compounds applied to the most reactive skin type that exists. I want to be transparent. Not every baby will react. Many tolerate these products without visible issues. But the risk is not theoretical, and for a wash product where fragrance-free alternatives exist at the same price point, the risk has no upside. We are now in the top 2. These are the brands that will surprise parents most because both built their reputations specifically on transparency and cleaner formulation. Number 2, Baby Ganix Baby Shampoo and Body Wash, Scented Versions. Baby Ganix was founded explicitly to offer parents a cleaner alternative to conventional baby products. The name itself, Baby Ganix, signals organic, natural, and intentionally safer. The brand is stocked at Target and Bye Bye Baby, and positioned squarely at the health-conscious parent demographic. Scented versions of Baby Ganix baby shampoo and body wash list fragrance as an ingredient. For a brand that built its entire commercial identity around being the transparent, cleaner choice, fragrance is a direct contradiction of the founding premise. A parent choosing Baby Ganix over Johnson's to avoid undisclosed chemical mixtures is still getting an undisclosed chemical mixture. They are just getting it with better branding around it. Baby Ganix does offer unscented versions that are genuinely cleaner. The problem is that the scented versions are sold alongside them without any clear labeling that distinguishes the safer option. For a brand that promises transparency, that lack of clarity on shelf is a failure of the core brand promise. Number 1, The Honest Company Shampoo and Body Wash, Scented Versions. This is the brand that will surprise parents most. It did not just market itself as cleaner, it marketed itself as honest. The Honest Company was founded by Jessica Alba after her own experience with product sensitivities. The founding story is about a parent who read labels, found concerning ingredients, and built a company to do better. Transparency is not a marketing angle for The Honest Company, it is the reason the brand exists. Scented versions of The Honest Company shampoo and body wash list fragrance as an ingredient. The same word, the same legal loophole, the same undisclosed chemical mixture that every other brand on this list uses on the brand that was created specifically to close that loophole. Fragrance listed this way allows manufacturers to hide a complex blend of synthetic chemicals and essential oils behind a single label. There is another layer to this. The Honest Company faced legal scrutiny in the past over the gap between their natural and non-toxic marketing claims and the actual ingredients in their products. A 2016 lawsuit alleged that certain Honest Company products contained synthetic ingredients that conflicted with their natural positioning. The brand settled. The fragrance issue on their wash products continues the same pattern, a brand whose identity is built on honesty, still using an ingredient labeling convention designed to obscure what is in the product. The Honest Company does offer fragrance-free versions that are genuinely cleaner. If this is your brand, use that version. But the scented version on the brand that promised to be different is why this is number 1. Flip over your baby's wash. Look for fragrance or parfum. Look for sodium lauryl sulfate or sodium lauryl sulfate. Look for parabens. If any of those appear, a cleaner option exists at the same price. Here's where to start. 3 baby washes that have actually earned a clean record. Number 3, CeraVe Baby Wash and Shampoo. No fragrance, no sulfates, no parabens. The formula contains ceramides, the same skin barrier supporting lipids as the CeraVe baby lotion, meaning this wash is not just avoiding damage, it is actively contributing to skin barrier development while it cleans. Developed with dermatologists and widely recommended by pediatric dermatologists for infants, including babies with eczema and sensitive skin. Available at every drugstore, Target, and Walmart. Accessible price point, short, readable ingredient list with nothing on it that researchers are currently debating. I want to be transparent. CeraVe is owned by L'Oreal. For this specific product, the ingredient standards are strong. If you prefer an independent brand, the next two are both independently owned. CeraVe removes the harmful ingredients. The next one was purpose-built to go beyond that. Number 2. Ella Ola Superfood Baby Shampoo and Body Wash. Ella Ola was formulated specifically for newborn skin with a plant-based ingredient philosophy and a clean formulation standard from the first product they launched. No fragrance, no sulfates, no harsh synthetic detergents. Their cleansing base uses gentle plant-derived surfactants that clean without stripping the skin's natural oils, the oils a newborn's developing barrier actually needs. Their superfood positioning is not just marketing. The formula includes plant-based ingredients chosen for their skin-supportive properties, not just as filler. The full ingredient list is published and straightforward. No recalls, no legal issues, no gap between the brand's positioning and what is actually in the bottle. For parents who want a wash specifically designed with infant skin biology in mind rather than adapted from adult formulas, Ella Ola is one of the most intentionally formulated options available. Ella Ola goes further than most. Number 1 goes further still, with the certifications to prove it. Number 1. Earth Mama Organic Baby Wash. Earth Mama is the same brand from the lotion video, the same founding philosophy, the same third-party certification standards, and the same result, a product that does not just avoid the concerning ingredients, but holds documented proof that it does. Certified organic, no synthetic fragrance, no sulfates, no parabens, no phenoxyethanol. The cleansing base uses Castile soap derived from organic plant oils, one of the oldest and most well-understood gentle cleansing methods used for centuries before synthetic surfactants existed. The ingredient list is short, recognizable, and verifiable. Earth Mama meets the NSF ANSI 305 standard for organic personal care products. That is a third-party certification, not a label claim. Every production batch has to meet it. Available at Whole Foods, Target, and online at a price comparable to Aveeno and Burt's Bees. Sources for everything in this video are linked in the description. If this helped you make a better choice for your baby, share it with a parent who is still using the default bottle from the hospital bag.